cutouts. We need a shirt, scissors or an X-Acto knife, a thread and a needle for a couple of stitches, ruler and a masking tape. First we're making a braided detail along the neckline. So trace with your pencil, sketching where you want the braid to be. I'll be using an X-Acto knife for the cutouts, so a piece of cardboard inside the shirt is a must. Now start making 1 to 2 inch cuts crossing our sketched line. You can totally use scissors for this if you don't have an X-Acto knife. Continue making these cuts all along the neckline. Now what you want to do is take the first 2 strands and tuck the second one under the first one. Pull the second strand up, take the third strand and tuck it under the second strand, pull the third strand and take the fourth strand under it, and so on all along the collar. I actually saw this design in a shop not long ago and I thought, hey, I could do this myself. But I've also seen a lot of other cutting designs recently, and such unique tops are always so expensive. I just have 2 strands left and my braid is finished. Now we have to secure our braid. Thread the needle and make 2 to 3 stitches so our braid is locked and it ain't going nowhere. I also decided to make a couple of stitches on the right side just so that the opening won't be as big, but that's totally optional. Also, if you'd like, you can cut away the collar of your shirt, but I decided to keep it because it kinda looks a bit retro and old school. Let's now make a cool triangular cutout all along the back too. Don't forget to put a piece of cardboard or other material inside the shirt, especially if you'll be using an X-Acto knife. When I see things like this in shops, I always take a picture and then I can film a video and me and you guys can rock these cool shirts for way cheaper. High five! For the guide, I like to stick 2 masking tape pieces in a V shape like so. Now we have to cut horizontal cuts between both masking tape pieces. I'm using knife, but scissors work great too. Okay, once all the cuts are made, remove the masking tape pieces and start braiding the same way as before. Take the first 2 strands and tuck the second one under the first one, pull the second strand up, take the third strand and tuck it under the second strand. Pull the third strand and take the fourth strand under, and so on. In the beginning this is a bit more difficult because the strands are so short, but it gets a lot easier when moving up. Here's my braid all finished, so all that's left for me to do are a couple of stitches to secure it. Try to use the thread in the same color as your shirt so that the stitches won't be visible. Yay! We're done with this cool back cutout. We're not completely done yet though. I decided to snip away the sleeves to get a nice sleeveless top. I'll also make it a bit more cropped by snipping away about 2 inches from the bottom. Now I'm happy with it. My top is all done, so let's quickly put it on. I paired it with some distressed light wash jeans, blue sneakers and cool glasses for a real tough girl look. I really love how after 10 years I can again wear this pretty shirt. This is the whole point of upcycling clothes, giving life to pieces you totally forgot you have. Last but definitely not least, let's transform this plain white long cami into a cool graphic top with tassels and beads. For this DIY you will need a longer white top or a t-shirt, a star-shaped printout, self-adhesive paper, scissors, fabric paint, plastic container to put the paint on, sponge applicators, beads and a pencil. Start by cutting a star shape from your printout. Place it on the piece of self-adhesive paper and trace the silhouette using a pencil. We're doing the same thing as we did with the heart top, remember? Cut the star out of your self-adhesive paper and here's your stencil for the shirt. Stick your shape on the center of your top like this. Time for the exciting part, fabric paint. I decided to go for 2 colors, a blue and pink. Start off with the blue one. Dip a rounded sponge applicator in the fabric paint and start making big dots on the edge of the star. The purpose is to cover the edge almost completely and then make gradually fewer and fewer dots as you move away from the star. Let's now add some pretty pink dots on the empty spaces. Also, as you can see, the dots on the edge should kind of go a little bit over the star, so that when you remove the sticker, it will look like there's an explosion of colorful dots behind the star silhouette. Time to remove our star stencil and reveal our cool design. I can tell that it will look absolutely amazing. See? I told ya! But we're not done with this top yet. We still need to make a beaded fringed bottom. Cut away the bottom hem and then start cutting thin vertical stripes up to the masking tape. I'm cutting my front and back fabric together to save me some time. Now this already looks pretty awesome if you ask me, but we still have to add beads for an even more amazing detail to our top. Before proceeding, give your fringe a nice tuck to get rid of the freshly cut look. This part is basically similar to the lace hard top, but the fringe will be different because we'll be using beads instead of knotting the tassels together. Take your hama beads or other beads of your choice and cut them using scissors. This will make it easy to thread them on the fringe, as you can open the bead like so. Take 2 fringe strands and slide a bead on. I'm using scissors to help me open the hama bead and slide the bead on the tassels. Continue making these beaded pairs of tassels along the entire row until all of your front fringe is grouped in pairs. For the second row, you have to take 1 tassel from the first pair and 1 tassel from the second pair, add a bead and slide it half of an inch lower than the first row of beads. Continue doing this along the entire row. Make the third row using the same technique. Take 1 fringe string from the first pair and 1 from the second pair, bind them together by sliding on a bead. Then combine the remaining tassel from the pair 2 and 1 tassel from the pair 3 and so on until you end up your third row. Repeat these steps on the back of your shirt and you're all done. See how absolutely out of this world awesome this tassel design looks? I'm so happy with this top, I cannot even explain it. So I'm just gonna shut up. No, I'm not. Fringe is a huge trend this season. I have seen it all over the shops, but I don't even care what's in and what not because I love fringe every summer. Fringe tops just look so fun, happy and flirty, perfect for the hot summer days. Here I simply paired mine with some yellow shorts and white sneakers because with a top like this, you don't really need much more. With all of these beautiful shirts and tops, we are now all ready for the warm summer days. Hope you'll try them out, and if you do so, please send me pictures on my Facebook, Twitter or Instagram. Also, don't forget to check out my DIY shirts and shorts tutorials from last year for more summer clothes ideas. Let me know in the comments which today's shirt was your favorite and also what videos you'd like to see next. That is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I love you to the moon and back. Bye! Take a look at the back of your closet. I'm sure you'll find old shirts that can be pimped into beautiful, unique pieces which you'll love to wear for years to come.